Hello, everybody. It is Umitencho. I have survived the first week of university, and so I'm here. Um, the concentration of students has, I would say, decreased dramatically. I'm gonna put the blame on the university for hosting those events. Um, it's starting to level out because you got a combination of all these free events on campus. We're always the busiest on the first week. It's drop ad. People decide, after the first week if they actually want to give this cost thing a go. Um, Max adoption has dropped dramatically. I want to say maybe 20%, if I'm being generous, of the students on campus are wearing masks, and I'm talking about both in classrooms and without. My whole policy is, like, the moment I'm on campus, put on the mask. When I get off campus, I can take it off. That's my whole thing about it. And my whole thing about, it was a video that I watched this week or whatever that said, that just really hit the point home for me. Like, surgeons wear masks. You're talking about a highly specialized precision job and skill set, and they wear masks. So I'm like, if a surgeon, and if you look it up, they have crazy hours. They work crazy hours, and they have to be, precise. If someone like that can wear a mask, I can. So, excuse me. So I'm wearing a mask. So, but if we're gonna have a breakout, it's gonna be because of the first week. I'm not gonna blame this this week on any outbreaks. Time will tell. Hospitals are flushed, so we will see. I think I read somewhere we had something like close to 3,000 positive tests. So I'm definitely gonna get the booster shot when it becomes available to me. Though from what I'm reading, it's like 7 or 8 months after your second shot or whatever. Which I gotta set up the shot appointment for my mother, because she called and she's like, well, my job now requires it, so she's gonna get I finally convinced technically the job did, but it is what it is. So I'm happy for her finally, because I've been nerve-wracking, this year about her not having her vaccine shot, her COVID-19 vaccine shot, because I don't, that's my mom, but it is what it is. Oh, sorry for being late. I was going to start doing the drawing stuff, yesterday, but your boy needs his rest. There ain't no point in working yourself to death. World ain't going to end because I'm late for one video or whatever, or any video. The world doesn't revolve around me. So, taking a look here. The business. So I spoke with the SBA. Basically, I have submitted over the business plan, and I guess this Friday, from this context, 2 days. So I'll be speaking Friday morning and see what happens. So either the plan is good and whatnot, and I'm going to be moving on to try to get some kind of funding, or they're going to tell me that I should go back to the drawing board. So fingers crossed on that. But on the bright side, I got approved for the rental assistance, and so that's like, yes, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, the general estimate, that's $4,500 of debt that is gone. So, I'm still in debt. I'm still in net negative, but I'd rather have, that's a significant chunk of what I owe in terms of immediate payables. So I'm not complaining. I may have to apply for it again because Florida is so slow when it comes to getting people assistance. It took them 3 months essentially to get approved, and I'm just like, okay. So I'm gonna speak with my my apartment manager and see what they want to see, what if they're okay with me putting in another application. So, because I technically, by the rules, I still have funds left. I just gotta tell them, hey, it's for the, for this. I may be getting some funds that will allow me to just pay off the whole pay off and pay in the future. So I might be rent free for this year, especially with the Supreme Court ruling against the CDC's rent moratorium. And I don't think with the current gridlock in Congress that we're going to get any real assistance. And, Congress is, I feel like, at least financially, they've done just about almost everything they could, short of just saying you don't owe the money anymore, owe the rent thing anymore. I think, the states that have received funds, funds from the federal government, they haven't used the majority of the money. So there's a lot of money out there for us. But, all this bureaucracy and trying to get help, like, I'm grateful for it, but you need to speed it up, because I don't know. It is what it is. So this semester I'm taking information systems. I'm taking web app development applications. Announcement, I will be making 2 websites that should launch in about the next 60 days. Next 60 days is going to be my personal, and there's going to be one for the business. I'm taking banking, personal finance, and economic analysis of political history or something like that. Basically looking at U.S. history with, I think for this particular professor, we're looking at the growth of government from an economical lens as well as obviously political, because people don't realize that economics, one of the original names for economics was like a political economy. So economics sort of grew or drew from, in its formation, from political science. So, at least from what I read, I didn't learn that in college. From reading, it was the physics of Wall Street, which I think I wanted to go ahead and say I endorse that book. I'm not affiliated in anything. I always, it is what it is. One of the books I'm eyeing right now that I was able to acquire this year is 400 to 1800 Capitalism. It's like 400 years of capitalism, looking at it from essentially like the what's that 15th to 17th century or 18th century? I don't know. I have to look at the technicals. So get ready for a website to come up soon. So, and I already have the class, the development tools or whatever. I just got to go into it and follow the instructions. I've had it for years. I just never used it, but I need it now because, hopefully by this, I don't have to really pay all that much money. That's why I'm going through the tools for it. So I want to thank everybody for coming by. Follow my social medias. Obviously, it would be Umitencho on here on YouTube, Umitencho on DeviantArt. If you want to talk